Okay, this is a tank that you either love it or hate it. I personally don't really love it. I don't hate it, I guess. It's a tier 2 light tank, Scout. It is one of the faster tanks in the game at speed limit of 72 kilometers per hour, which is very fast. The gun is absolute crap. It's one of the repeat fire guns. So what do you call it? Like a clip loader. I think you get 5 bullets. Let me check. Oh, no, 15 shells in the magazine. It takes 7 seconds to reload the magazine. That's not bad. Average penetration 30. Average damage 12. But it is what it is. I've killed other tanks with it. It's not horrible if you get behind somebody. You can just disperse a tier 3 or 4 artillery handily. And so it's not a great tank. It's not a bad tank. It's a different crew size than most of the light tank crews, and it doesn't really have a fit. However, it's 50% off right now, which means that it's going to be, let's see here, about 275. Does that sound right? 750. Oh, hang on. 375 is half of 750. So you're looking at spending about $1.75 to $2 something on this tank, and that's really not a bad deal. If you're looking for something fun and tier 2-ish. Now, it will see up to tier 4. It does not get preferential matchmaking like some of the premiums, but it's a Scout. Theoretically, it should be able to be used up to tier 6. And in fact, sometimes when we run tank companies, we will run one of these to save points. So, it's fast enough to get around. If you're just using it for spotting, it's fun for that. So it even has another application, and that is you could play in the tank battle or team company. Tank company or team battle, and use this tank and only use up two points. So that's something to consider if you're in a clan or if you run with tank companies all the time. This is a good way to get a scout out there without using up a whole lot of scout points, but yet it's still a fairly capable tank because it's so fast. And it has good camouflage values. So I don't know if there's really a whole lot to go over with it aside from the fact that we already went over the gun. It's fast. It's got pretty good traverse speed. It's got okay turret traverse, but you're really not going to be using the gun much. It's more for spotting. Now, when you play a public match like what we're going to do, then that becomes a little more important. But it's still, you're still mostly going to be using this as a scout and not as a primary fighter. So let's go ahead and run this little guy. And I don't have much of a service record to show you because I've only run it maybe like 20 times. So I don't really have much of a service record. So we're just going to go ahead and run it.
Let's get this show on the road.
Okay, it's Wintersdorf. I'm going to go up the hill and then probably come flying back down. I like this. But now you get to Himmelsdorf twice as much, so if you don't love this map, then you probably don't like the winter iteration because it makes it that you now come here twice as much. Oh well. I've only been on the new snow map. It's weird when they introduce maps how infrequently you get on there, and then after a while, then that's all you see are the new maps. For example, but I am glad they did. The one thing they did fix, I remember the Sacred Valley. I would get, and I've complained about it before in my reviews. I would be in Sacred Valley every stinking battle, and I just got so tired of seeing Sacred Valley. And so, whatever they did in patch 8.11, they completely got rid of it. Like it's not even on the. I don't think I've seen it in a while. Maybe they withdrew it from the circulation, but anyway, this is an all tier 2 match. Yeah, so you're not gonna do much damage here. Is that a bot? What the heck, man? Nice. He must be AFK. There's another guy down there, though, and I don't want to... We're going to reclip. In case you don't know, you can always reclip a tank that has a clip by pressing the C button. T-18. I'm going to try to scoot through. Oh, he did big damage. Come on, kill him. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh! Thanks, T-18. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Yeah, we'll run another one, maybe a couple more. And like all things, that battle was over like in lickety split. So I've been in the garage for like 3 seconds, and somehow I got a 3rd class mastery badge. Now I think I already had that badge. Maybe not though. Maybe that's new for me. So anyway, I spotted the medium. I killed the cruiser 3. That was a bot, which of course, you know, I was one of the top scorers on the team. Wow. Don't know how that happened, but moneymaker? No. You're not going to make a ton of money with this, you know, maybe once in a while, but yeah. I mean, 11,000. That's respectable for a tier 2 tank. 918 experience doubled premium. So my actual experience was 339. That's not bad. I probably was the top scorer. Oh no, not my experience, my damage. So that's actually, I was the top scorer damage-wise on our team. I really got unlucky with that last shot. That's what got me. I aimed improperly and missed the last clip of bullets. The last 5 bullets went into the wall rather than into the tank, and I left him with 1%. And I'm like, no, 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 no. So anyway, let's run another one. Hopefully we'll get the same tiering, and I'll actually be able to survive more than 20 seconds. But it's a light tank, right? And that's what happens in light tanks frequently. So if you're not good, and I'm not good with light tanks. Here we go.
Let's get this show on
Here's the
road.
part where I laugh. I just also did a review this weekend of the T-15 light tank, and I complained that you're always on this map, and the same holds true for this one. Because they only give you like 4 or 5 maps at tiers 1 and 2, you're just going to see these maps all the time. It kind of gets boring. But what are you going to do? This is the way it is. Now this is where the traverse and the turn speed is not so good. And you slow down a lot when you turn. The Locust is a lot like that too, so.
Penetration.
Try to hit him.
Penetration.
And get hit by somebody else. I'm reclipping. Modder, please don't shoot me.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit. We didn't
And-
penetrate their armor.
Look, our T2 light tank is not doing anything. The other one, he's just sitting there. So we are winning this match. It doesn't feel like it, but like half our team is AFK. What are these guys doing? Oh boy, the S-35, he's like, oh no! Oh, that's another problem with these faster tanks. Oh boy. I'm going to sit still.
Track fix.
Did he see me? No. Now he does. I'm done for. It's over.
The turret ring is damaged. We can barely turn it.
Yeah. Boom.
This vehicle is hacked.
Yeah, that's what happens with these scout tanks. So much fun. And another frickin' victory. I didn't even do anything. I don't know how. Oh, I must have done something. I was like the 4th highest score. 5th. Next. So this is, I guess you could say that I'm top tier in this battle. Because it's got some tier 1s, those poor guys. Yeah, so we're same kind of setup here. The winner's Himmelsdorf, one of the like 3 maps that this tank sees. And we're top tier,
This show on the road.
which means we're probably going to die maybe like a minute or 2 slower than we normally die. You know, one of the tough things about being a light tank, this tank actually, like I was saying before, if you play in tank companies or you play in a team battle, this tank can actually excel because you're now a scout in the midst of a bunch of big tanks, and you use your camouflage and your scouting abilities to do really well. But when you play public matches, you're just thrown into these battles with all these other tanks that are just like your tank, a bunch of little small fast tanks. And I think on a comparison on that level, it's not a very good tank. But when you put it into a situation where it's like solely a scout and you're only doing scout and the other tanks are doing all the damage and you're just working as a team, this actually can be a really, really good tank. But as far as public matches go, it's kind of a dud. Like, this guy's going to tear me to shreds.
Enemy armor is Extraction.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Make him work for it. Make him work for it. Oh, he ran away. Whew. Yeah, own the B2. Oh, brother. I gotta get out of here. This is not good.
Critical hit. Penetration.
I'm out of ammo. This guy was stupid. That was stupid on his part. Yeah.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I'm getting out of here. He's going to take a lot longer to reload than I am, so I'm just getting out. Yeah, the one time I'm still alive after 20 seconds, it looks like my team's going to lose. The irony. Okay. I want that guy to leave me alone. I don't have enough health to really take him on one-to-one. They don't have any... We'll let the dude go. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, probably should. Now let's our whole team kind of like bunched up in that corner. That can't be good. Yeah, the Light Vic is a pretty crappy tank. We're starting to win now. The T-18. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, we need to get in the cap fast. I don't think that light tractor even knows we're here.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
And we're going to clip. Get 2 in the base. There we go. We should have this. He covers that side. I'll cover this side. And we're going to win. For sure. They've only got the 2 that are in the base. So... good job, team. And I actually survived to the end of the battle. It was astounding. And I think with that, we can call it a review. But, yeah, so that's the T2 light tank. I mean, really, it's, you know, it's got its uses. As you can see, you win a lot of battles with this tank, mostly because of luck. Some of it's skill. I would bet that I probably am towards the top, yeah. Of course, if you're in a T-18... and you're in a tier 2 battle and you're not the top scorer, and look on their team too, he's the top scorer on their team. You just don't know how to play World of Tanks. You probably should quit at this point. If you've been playing for a while. If you have more than 3,000 battles and you're in a T-18 and you can't get to be the top scorer in any given tier 2 match, you just shouldn't be playing this game. You should almost always be the top scorer on the team unless something unlucky happens to you, because the T-18 is just way overpowered for its tier, and I love it. I use it as a seal clubber. Shh, don't tell anyone. But anyway, back to the T2 light tank. As you can see, you know, and I made decent money. Now, if I wasn't premium, it would have been 7,000. But for a tier 2 tank, that's not bad. You know, and it was fun. I had fun running. I don't think, you know, you do die pretty frequently. You don't have a lot of health, and it's pretty easy to kill this tank. And like I said, really where this tank shines, and it's weird, you wouldn't think it would be the case, but in high-tier matches, because you're not a threat, they kind of just ignore you. And if you get your camouflage trained, which I don't have yet, but I've seen guys do it before, they use this in tank companies and team battles, and this becomes a very useful tool at that point, because it's a fast-moving scout that's very small and very hard to hit. It's really the fastest scout in the whole lower, like 3 to 4 tier range, and it takes up so little points from the team that you can run it and do just as well as a higher tiered scout, and yet save the team some of those, you know, ever needed battle points. So Anyway, do I think it's worth $1 or $2? Absolutely. This thing's half off, and it's worth it. Like I said, it's not the most fun tank in the world to play, and it doesn't really do amazingly well on its tier, though in the last 3 battles, you saw I was in the top, 3 or 4 tanks on every single battle. So, I don't know. I guess it's not to beat around the bush or go on about it forever, but it's a fun tank, and I think it's worth having, especially at $375. I mean, it's so cheap. So anyway, have a great night. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and hopefully the sun will come out here sometime in the next year. And talk to you soon from not so sunny Medina, Ohio. This is V Blue Guitar signing out. Oh yeah, I always forget. Subscribe.